Skincare after 40 changes, and I'm 45 years old, and I did promise you recently on a video that I'm going to be showing you my skincare routine. This is my morning skincare routine. I'm going to add on my evening skincare routine after, but we're going to go through this right now. So I'm going to come back and film the evening routine later on tonight because I've got a lot of stuff to do. So I've just washed my face. I just want to get straight into it. I've washed my face. As you can see, it's wet. Now what I washed it with is my face wash. Obviously I'm in the studio, guys. You can see that this is not our usual setup for this channel, but I've got a lot to do after this, like film for the other channel. So this is my Korean face wash. Like I mentioned to you in my video, how I'm aging backwards at 45. This is like a spin-off from that. So I know I said to you, I'm going to go do deep dive videos into my skincare, and this is one of them. This is all to do with my skincare. So I have this face wash, and I did mention to you that I use a lot of Korean skincare. This is my COSRX. I don't know if that's how you say it, but this is my COSRX face wash that I use in the mornings. This is my salicylic acid gentle cleanser. It's a daily gentle cleanser. It's formulated with botanical ingredients and 0.5% salicylic acid. So it's very gentle on the skin. I do love it. It is something that genuinely is gentle. Like, I don't feel like this strips my skin in any way. So I actually wash my face with that, and I also use my Foreo. This is for sensitive skin, and I'm using this at the moment. Like, I've got a sensitive skin one and a combination skin one, and trust me, there is a difference. But this is a lot more gentle on the skin because obviously I do use tretinoin in the evenings. I don't use it every day, by the way, tretinoin. Like, today isn't the day that I'm using tretinoin, by the way, just so that you know. So this is what I use. I usually put a little bit of this on here. It's like this silicone kind of like brush here, and then I just kind of like go all over, and this like kind of like takes off all the dead skin and washes my face. Now I usually just get I have these like face towels that I just use to wipe my face. My face is nice and kind of like dry now, and at this point this is where I kind of like go into my skincare. I do let this kind of settle down a little bit because even though I've dried it with a face towel, it is a little bit kind of like, I don't know, a bit damp, my skin. So even though I've dried it, I can still feel that it needs to kind of fully dry. So we're going to let that settle down, and then when it does, we go straight into our skincare. Now another thing that I do, and I did mention this on my video, I think, I can't remember if I did, but I'm not regular with my gua sha, and I would like to be, but I'm not. Today is the day that I'm gonna do it. Like, I've got some time, I'm gonna do it. A lot of the time I'm just busy, and I just have such a hectic work schedule that, you know, I don't always have the time to sit there and do the things, you know, these really mindful things that I know are really good for me and they make me feel great, but I don't always get the chance to do that. And I'm just keeping it real with you. I know a lot of people are like, you know, yeah, you've got to take that time out to do it. I'm not going to say that to you because I fully understand life is lifing and it doesn't always go that way. So a lot of the time I am just too flustered and I have stuff that I need to do, and I don't have time to do these things that really I don't have to do. Do you know what I mean? So I would like to do it on a daily basis, but you know, like I said, things are just busy sometimes. So my skin is kind of settled down now. Now the first thing that I generally put on is my SPF. Now I know there's a lot of I don't get why there's so much drama around this, especially in my comment section. Right, I just don't get it. People seem to have a problem with the fact that I put my sunscreen on before my moisturizer, and you get all these wannabe dermatologists or actual dermatologists who come on and they're like, you know, you should not be doing that. That should be going on last, blah, blah, blah. What I don't get is, like I've said many times, I have a dermatologist, right? She's pretty good. She's got years of experience. She's very skilled. She's got a lot of expertise. She is actually on TV in the UK. So I'm not saying that's the reason she's good, but you know, it's not someone who's just started, you know. The reason you should put your SPF on first before any skincare is if you are using a harsh active like tretinoin and it has made your skin a little sensitive. That is the only reason you would put it at that point. Hence why I'm putting it on. So it just protects my skin because I am using tretinoin. It doesn't mean that everyone who uses tretinoin has to put their SPF on at this point. It just means if it does make your skin a little sensitive, then put your SPF on first. Otherwise, carry on as normal, put your SPF on last. So my SPF that I use, I put around that much on, by the way. So it's about a pea-sized amount. And this is my Dalba UV Essence Waterfall SPF 50. And I just smooth this on. Always put it on your neck, guys, especially like at this age. Because trust me, those lines do turn up, especially if you're in the sun and stuff. So, okay, that is my first step. What I like to do is let that settle down a little bit, and usually I'm doing other things like getting my makeup ready or whatever I need to put on. Now, at this point, I will put my eye cream on. Now, I use a Korean eye cream at night. During the day, if I'm filming, then I will use my MAC Hyper Real Serumizer eye treatment. Now, I don't use this every day, by the way. I only use this if I'm in the studio and I've got film, which is kind of like every other day. So I would say I use this about 4 times a week in the mornings. But otherwise, if I'm just getting ready in the morning and I'm not filming for anything, I will use my Korean one, which you'll see later. And I have, I'll be honest, recently been kind of dipping into my Shiseido one because I like the hydration that gives. But anyway, this is the one I'm going to put on today. I just pat this around the eye area like so, and then I smooth it around. Go, nicely done. Right, next up, we're gonna add our moisturizer. So this is my Korean moisturizer. I use the P-Calm Keto Cream. I absolutely love this. It's probably one of the most simple moisturizers I've used. And it's just really good because it's not packed full of a ridiculous number of ingredients trying to, you know, convince you to buy it. There you go, I put this over. Okay, now at this point, this is where I use my gua sha. So my gua sha is the MZ Skin by Dr. Mariam Zamani. I use this one, and I just do, when I do it, 8 times, or roughly. It's pretty amazing how much of a difference it makes, isn't it? I mean, it's not long term, it's just short term. So I usually go across this area here. Then I also go on the side of the nose, upwards. Then I use this bit here on the jawline. There you go. Now I do like to do this bit here. And then I just go here. There's no real kind of like order that I do this, by the way. I do my cheekbones last though. That's the one thing I have. Ow, that hurt. I think I've got like a spot there. One of those tiny ones that just kills. Cheekbone area is the last area I do. I should have done one side first just to see the difference, right? That would have been pretty cool. That's crazy, isn't it? Do you know what I've noticed recently? I don't know, I guess I noticed this ages ago. But people seem to think they have the answer to everything. Like, you do a video or a newsletter, whatever it may be, and you'll get people like commenting like, oh, there isn't, like, I've already, like, let me give you an example. I mentioned in my video where I'm like, how I'm aging backwards at 45. Okay, yeah, it's a bit of a play with the title. I get that. I do feel like I look younger now than I did a couple of years ago. I was puffy, I was unhealthy, I was overweight, and I looked older. That's just me wanting to share things that I'm doing, things that work for me. And I don't very often, I don't think I ever really boast about the fact that, oh, I'm right. I'm the one makeup artist in the world that knows exactly what she's talking about. Like, you know, but there are times where I feel like I do need to pull out my credentials. Do you know what I mean? Where I'm like, guys, I've been doing this for over 20 years now. Over 20 years. Like, when I say over, it means I've forgotten how long, right? I'm 45 years old. I started a very long time ago. I've had a lot of experience. And sometimes when there's people who leave little comments and then like for example, I put in my video on that particular video, I was like, you know, I have naturally high cheekbones and my mum has very high cheekbones. If you see her, you'll know what I'm talking about. And someone's like, no, that's only because, you know, have you taken your wisdom tooth out? Because if you haven't, then that's why that is. Okay, thank you. Thanks for telling me. Thanks so much for that. Because I must have been wrong about my mum's cheekbones. She doesn't really have high cheekbones. Me having cheekbones, like, is got nothing to do with the fact that my mum does as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just an example that I'm telling you. That's minor in comparison to some of the stuff I get. But it's stuff like that. It's like, why does everyone feel that they have to know the answer? Like, what I'm telling you about the fact that my mum has high cheekbones and I do too is not something I've pulled out of a book. It's my family history. Do you know what I mean? It's genetics. It's really something I know about because I am the child. Do you see what I mean? So it's like, I don't get how people I just don't get it. I wouldn't do it to other people. I don't know what this weird thing is that people do now. It's like, why? When I get stressed out, I start cleaning. I've got I'm cleaning the tops of my foundation. I can see a bit of dust and I'm just like, am I mad? Just like, let's get that dust. It's like I'm trying to wipe away that negativity. Anyway, just a little rant there, guys. Okay, so gua sha is done. Happy with that. Now, the next thing that I generally do, because I would move on to makeup, is put my primer on. And my primer would be, which I'm not going to put on right now, because I just wanted to show you my skincare, but it is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Hydra Prime SPF 50 because it is absolutely amazing. It's such a good primer and it's got SPF 50. That doesn't double up whatever SPF I've already put on, but it's especially good when maybe you've missed out any areas. So yeah, that is my morning skincare, guys. I am going to love you and leave you now because I've got stuff to get on with, but I'm going to be back shortly with my evening skincare. So fast forward quite a few hours and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this isn't the same day as the morning, but because I got so busy when I filmed that, which was the day before yesterday, and then I ended up forgetting. But today I have my makeup on. I've been out all day. Well, I've been kind of working and then been out, and I've not touched my makeup since this morning. So I wanted to share with you exactly how we take this off. So this is my whole nighttime routine. It's roughly around, well, it's 6 o'clock now. So first thing I do is I put a cleansing balm on. So I'm going to put my cleansing balm on, rub it in, and then I'm going to just jump in the shower quickly and be back because I need to go have a shower. So yeah, anyway, this is what I'm going to use. This is my Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Cleansing Balm. Now I have run out of this. This is usually what I use. The blue one, I think that's the original one. The kind of, I don't know what it's called again, but I just had this kind of travel size one laying around. I've got a couple of them from a past Sephora event when they give it to you in the goodie bag. So this is usually what I use. Oh, it's quite tight. There you go. Okay, I love this for taking makeup off. So let me just show you what I do. I take a whole load of it like that. Put that in the palm of my hand and let's get a tissue because I know I'm going to have to wipe my hand in a minute. Okay, what I do is I go all over like that. This is such a messy thing right now because usually I do this in the shower. So I don't know what my face looks like usually. But it does feel nice to take my makeup off. Oh, wow. Sometimes my brow hair, like the root, ow, hurts. I think that's because of the wax, because I used that Got to Go or something. What's it called? That brow wax, the one where they have a hairspray similar. And that really puts them in place. Yeah, I've noticed when I put that on. It's like pushing them the other way hurts. It's not the easiest thing to get off, considering I'm actually using a cleansing balm. Okay, I can't really go over my mascara. I'll have to do that in the shower. There you go. Wow, this is all over me. Okay, guys, I'm gonna run into the shower very quickly. Have a quick shower and I'll be back in a sec so I can show you exactly what this looks like. So give me a second. Well, give me like 20 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Got out of the shower. Feels so much better. Why does everything feel so much better when you've had a shower? It just washes the whole day away, doesn't it? Okay, so my skin is dry. I washed it in the shower with my normal face wash that I always use. So I can't remember what I mentioned before in my video, like in my aging backwards video, which by the way, there are like other videos coming to do with that, like segments based on that video. I probably mentioned I'm on tretinoin, and I go through stages in the sense that if I know I've got a staycation coming up, or if I know that I've got something coming up where I have an important event where I really want my skin to be glowing, or I know I'm going to be in the sun, then I will stop tretinoin for a week or so. So I'll stop it a few days before the event or my staycay, and then I'll restart it a few days or 5 days after a staycay if I've been in the sun. If I haven't been in the sun and it's just for a special event, I'll restart it the next day. So I actually stopped it for a few days because I don't know why. Can't remember why, but anyway. Oh yeah, I did have a little 1 day staycay, yeah. So I am going to be putting it on today. Now, before I actually do that, I'm going to be going through my eye cream because I did mention to you that I use a Korean eye cream. And I also mentioned, from what I remember, that I only put my MAC eye cream on when I'm actually sitting here filming and stuff, right? But generally day to day, if I'm not filming and I'm not sitting here, I use my Korean, what's it called? Fermentation eye cream. That's the one I use. But every couple of weeks, I use my eye treatment. If I feel like my dark circles have got out of hand, then I feel like I want to start my eye retinol again, because this is absolutely amazing for dark circles. So this is my Sunday Riley 5 stars retinol and niacinamide eye serum. It can be a little bit much for, does it say serum? Yeah, it does say serum. It can be a little bit much for daily use because it really does dry your eyes out, I would say. But I would use this probably, I don't know, once a week or something like that, maybe. So I'm going to put this on. Now, the good thing is it does have like a little applicator. And I just put, let me just show you. It's not a lot. Can you see that? And then I smooth this around. And I get a little bit on my lids because they do have, I'm like squeezing it, but I'm putting it all the other way. There you go. Yeah, I have like darkness around my lid at the top as well. There you go. Okay, so I generally get my little finger and I just smooth over. Should I say smooth? I meant smooth. That's like the South London coming out in me. Okay, so let me get a tissue. That happens a lot to me, by the way. Like, instead of saying the, I say fa. So like, well, I just said it. It was supposed to be smooth, and I said smooth. So that's a South London thing, like, or like, yeah, more south, I would say. So anyway, I have to correct myself sometimes. So my next step is I like to use my Swede Pro Eyelash Serum. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I've been using it for probably nearly a year now. It's absolutely amazing. This has been a game changer for my lashes. I use it every night. Every so often I take a couple of weeks break, but honestly, it's nothing like, it doesn't, not for any particular reason, more so to save it, you know, because you don't need to use it daily. But for the first 3 months, I was use it daily. It has like completely transformed my eyelashes. Like, I just do a little strip all the way across. It's amazing. Your lashes grow so much. Anytime you see me with mascara, it's mainly due to the fact that this has grown my lashes so much. Now, the other thing that I use every night is the Swede Brow Serum, and I use this on my brows because obviously I have sparse brows. There you go. That's what I do there. Next, I apply my tretinoin. I've heard in the US that it is difficult to get tretinoin, that you need to be prescribed it. In Dubai, you can just go to the chemist and buy it yourself, and it literally costs like $6. That's it. So this is the tretinoin that I use. It's acrotin 0.05%. And what I do is I put not a lot on, tiny dots, and I do not apply it close to the eye area or around the mouth area. My main area that I want this to sort out, which it has really done so, is my kind of main cheek area, which is where I have like acne scarring and ice pick scars. And I have a little bit of scarring on my forehead. There you go. It blends in very easily. Now I wash my hands straight away, so I need to go and do that in a sec. But what I do is I wait for that to kind of like settle down. So I give it about half an hour and then I go in with my moisturizer, which mine is the Forever Living Products Aloe Moisturizing Lotion. That's what I use. It lasts forever and it honestly is so good. It's a really good kind of night moisturizer for me. My daytime, as I said, that cream is my Korean one. But yeah, that's basically what I use. So that's my evening nighttime routine for my skincare. That's it. That's literally all I do. If you have quite kind of like oily skin, I would say you probably don't need to add a moisturizer on top of tretinoin, but it really just depends on your skin. I apply it just because as I'm obviously getting older, I'm 45 now, and I feel like my skin has got a little bit thinner and a little bit drier over time. So for me, I do want that extra hydration. So yes, guys, that is it. That's my nighttime routine. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope that that has answered a lot of questions for you. Let me know in the comments though, like what else is there that you pulled from that aging backwards video that you want me to kind of like really like do a kind of dedicated video on? Please, please, please tell me, because I've had such like so many comments about that video and I've had such a good response, and like a lot of people are really, they're very interested in a lot of the stuff that I was talking about. And I spoke about a lot overall. I wouldn't say it was brief, but I would say it kind of skimmed over a lot of stuff. And I feel like there's a lot of scope to do a detailed video on certain things. So I have already kind of put aside this skincare video. This is like a deep dive into my skincare. So that's my morning routine and my evening routine. Do you want me to do a video which is solely focused on things like my treatments that I get done, like Botox, Sculptra, all that kind of stuff, and really do a deep dive into that? Do you want that? And also to go through what I had done when I was before my 40s, you know, what I've previously had done that maybe I don't get done anymore. I want to be completely transparent with you. Do you want a video that is me showing you my workout routine? Because there's a lot with that. So that will have to be separate videos, like legs video, and then we'll do upper body and core, and then we'll do the workout when I only have 10 minutes. Like I did not have time today. I had a lot of work to do and I really wanted to fit in a gym session because I had a rest day yesterday and I didn't have time. So there's a certain person that I follow on YouTube. She has really good videos which are like 10-minute videos, and the reason I really trust her is because I went through a phase ages ago, years ago, where I was doing her routine and it really worked well. Like I saw the results. So that's why I trust her workouts. So, you know, maybe I can do that with you, you know, that, and then maybe another video focusing on like how I'm styling myself now that I'm 45, like what's changed, what has got better, what has got worse, you know, what am I staying away from, or what am I leaning more towards? You know, do you want a video that's focused on my diet, the kind of food that I eat? Like, do you want to see what I would typically eat in a day? You know, all that kind of stuff. Like, do you want a video focused on like supplements and stuff like that? Because I do take some supplements and everything. Like, let me know so that I can really get into it, really give you those like detailed like videos which are very kind of targeted towards whatever it is that you want to see. But let me know in the comments so that I know what to actually record for you, because I don't want to just like randomly pick things which maybe you don't even want to see. So please let me know, because I do read the comments and I do base my filming on what you guys want. I really do hope you've enjoyed it today, and I hope this has given you a good understanding. If there's anything you feel that I've missed out, please let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell button, because it makes a huge difference to my channel. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to go watch some TV, go relax, go have my dinner, and then go to bed. Okay, I'll see you on the next video.